So the CPI numbers come out and everybody celebrated. Oh yeah! Inflation went down by 0.0. And I'm thinking to myself, what's going on here? Why is everybody celebrating when core CPI is up 0.4%? That's right, the report says inflation is down, but the core inflation is up. How is that even possible? Then not only that, guys, we still have a far way to go.
There is no tomorrow.
When it comes down to getting inflation down to 2%, remember, that's not my number. I'm only the messenger. That is the Fed's number of what he's going to get inflation down to. That is his goal. His goal is 2%, and we're at 5% basically. So how are we gonna get there if you're pausing rates and thinking about doing cuts? Allegedly. But let's jump into it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. I have a real estate investing for beginners course and a YouTube course, but let's jump into it, guys. Let's jump into it. It says CPI report, inflation dips to 4.9%. Core consumer price gains stay elevated. What do they mean there?
Do you want to know what it is?
Tell me! Why would we still have core inflation on the rise? I don't know. Maybe if you guys could think of this. If you see food, if you see used cars, if you see anything and everything, inflation has taken a hold of it and raised up the prices. You guys see it in shelter. You guys see it in the housing market. And some of you guys have seen it in rent. I get emails every day of individuals sending me information saying,
"Hey Orlando, I'm waiting on my market to go down. I know you were talking about these other places, but I'm waiting on my market to go down."
And I say to those individuals, hey, listen, I understand, but you have to understand this. Housing markets are local. I'm talking nationwide, guys. And yes, sometimes I do talk about certain areas, but this is the thing. You cannot, and I will say this every single time, guys, you cannot look at Austin and then look at Florida or Miami. You cannot look at Miami, look at New York, and then look at New York and then look at Las Vegas, and then look at Las Vegas and go, oh yeah, LA. You can't do that. You're going from one side of the country to another side of the country, guys. That is what you cannot do. You're gonna shoot yourself in the foot if that's the way you're looking at your local market. Look at your local market as your local market. You have to do the research in your local market. How foolish would it sound for you to say,
"You know what? I'm interested in a house in Austin, but I'm gonna do my research in Miami."
You are made of stupid.
How foolish would that be? It's good to know what's happening nationally, but you need to focus on your market. Inflation slowed for the 10th straight month in April as it continues to moderate in grocery costs, offsetting rising gasoline prices. An underlying inflation measure that captures longer lasting trends remains elevated. Now, guys, this is one of the things that I want to really knock home. I am happy that inflation has went down.
Noise.
We went from a super high of, I don't know, it was like over 8%, right? And now we're where we are right now. Inflation is going down, and I'm happy about that. But remember what I said when we initially started this. Coming from 8 plus, down to that 6, 5 area, that portion is going to be relatively easy. The part that I'm concerned about is 5 through 2. Getting from 5% to 2%, what is that really going to take? Is that going to take raising interest rates by 0.25%?
What are we, in junior high school?
Or pausing interest rates, or, hinting at cuts, which I don't think they're going to do. But pausing, is that really going to help inflation? It's not. It's not. Let's be real. It will not help inflation at all. And this, once again, is a scenario where we have the Fed really sitting on the fence, trying to look at lagging data to determine if he should raise interest rates or not. And even though I understand what he's doing, he wants to make decisions based on data, graphs, and all this other stuff, right? I get it. I get that. But we know where you have to go. That's the problem. We know where you're going. You said you want to get to 2%. So if you want to get to 2% and we're at 5% and core inflation is increasing, but the regular CPI is going down, but at incremental small numbers.
I pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Doesn't that mean that we need to raise interest rates? I don't know. You tell me. I am not the Fed, guys. I'm just using common sense here. The math doesn't make sense, right? If you continue to go pinch, 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 you're going to get pinching results. You're not going to get the result that you want, which is 2%. But here's the problem with the Fed. He doesn't want to break the economy, but everybody knows it's already broken. Everybody knows. I mean, when you go to the grocery store, does it seem like the economy is doing well to you? When you hear about layoffs happening over and over and over, when you see 400 Burger Kings closing down, do you think that everything's going okay? A company that thrives off the most cheapest food and also offers you dollar menu meals, they are closing 400 stores. Does that seem like the economy is going in a great direction? I mean, common sense would say no. That's just my situation. When you go to the grocery store and you're spending, $8 on a carton of eggs, does that seem like everything's going well to you? Not to me, not to me. So I would suggest that he would, amp up the increases, but he doesn't want to break the economy that's already broken. Remember that. And he doesn't want you to point the finger at him and say, you're the one who made this worse. You're the one who broke the economy on an already broken economy. Consumer prices increased 4.9% from a year earlier, down from 5% in March and 40% high of 9.1% last June, according to the Labor Department. That is the smallest yearly increase since April 2021. On a monthly basis, prices rose 0.4%, following a 0.1% increase in March. Did you guys hear that? Increased, not decreased. Month over month, 0.4% increase on core inflation. So does it seem like we're really winning this? Does it? I mean, when I hear the word increase month over month, those words seem counterproductive to me trying to decrease inflation. Just using my head here. But a lot of people are celebrating, saying, yeah, we're down. And I'm like, yeah, but things aren't looking good. Things are not looking good because gas prices are up. Used cars are up. Yeah, some people could say, groceries are down, but they're still up. You have to remember, guys, everything is still up. Literally, everything is still up. Yeah, we're seeing things go down, but everything's up and your pay is still the same. You're still getting the same amount of money income-wise coming into your household than you did 3, 4, 5 years ago. But inflation is eating away at all of that because of increased costs. For the American shoppers and drivers, Wednesday inflation report was mixed. I wonder why. It was mixed. Is it because the normal American is now seeing money fly out of their pocket going into elevated expenses? That could be the reason. But it says gasoline prices jumped 3% just in April. Remember what I told you guys about gasoline and energy costs? About how we were just putting a Band-Aid on gasoline prices because we were using our reserves, but we were actually going back to importing gasoline and getting it from OPEC and all these other nations. And just remember, OPEC decided to increase cost and prices of oil. So that price is going to get shifted to us as a consumer. And that's what we're seeing here of gas prices increase. And it's just right on time for summer. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Just right on time for summer. High traffic travel season. It says, by contrast, grocery prices dropped for a second straight month. Used car prices surged 4.4%. The car market, guys, is insane. I'm just trying to drive the newest Benz that they got. It is insane. It is going higher and higher and higher. Not only are the prices high, but the interest rates are high. The interest rates are high, guys. We have a lot of people with really good credit paying 7-8% on car loans. Imagine what it is. And I don't really have to imagine because I know. Here's the deal. Imagine in your head what it would cost you if you were buying a used car, and you had very bad credit. I can tell you what that is. I had someone just email me and send me a message and say, Orlando, is this a good deal? A $10,000 car that's 20 years old. I know what you're thinking. 20 years old, and the interest rate is 28%. It makes me cry. It's so bad. It's so horrible. Why would you ever just catch the bus? Catch the bus. Save the money, catch the bus. By the time that you get done paying that car off, you would have paid 2 to 3 times over. It is a horrible decision to take deals like that. And that is what we're starting to see in this used car market, guys. Don't get caught up in this scenario where you feel that you have to buy the newest and greatest and all this other stuff when you're gonna have to chop off your arms and legs just to pay for it.
That don't make no sense.
I mean, it's crazy. Why would you put yourself at risk for that just for it to show that you got a brand new car that is the best and looks the best? Just stop it. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, that's not me, Orlando. I'm just trying to buy a car that will get me from point A to point B. I get it. I get that. But you shouldn't be paying 28%. I would prefer you get your credit together, maybe save money and just purchase the car outright rather than you pay 28% on a used car. That is 20 years old. Don't do it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Still, some data offers some sign inflation is continuing to cool. Airfare is dropping 2.6% in April. Hotel prices plunged 3% after 4 straight month increases. Now, I travel, with the family, and airline prices are still insane to me. And hotel prices, they seem elevated to me also. Now, maybe I wasn't choosing the right places or right airlines. I mean, hopefully you guys ain't flying Spirit. Hopefully. They putting tape on the engines. You seen that video? No, thank you. A $70 round trip from Florida to LA.
No, thank you, though.
And let's bring this back around to housing. How will it affect you with housing? Well, we really have to figure out exactly what the Fed is going to do. Is the Fed going to pause? Is it going to continue to raise rates? Before we get to the June meeting, we still have another report in the middle of that. So I would prefer to look at that report to kind of judge exactly what I think the Fed will do. If the Fed sees those numbers and let's just say they go up, I can automatically see him doing an increase. If it's continuing to go down, and when I say down, I think that we have to see a significant drop from this month report to the next month report. And if we see a significant drop, he will probably have in his mind to pause it. But we have to wait for that to happen, guys. I don't really want to call it that far out. I need to see that report to determine what I think the Fed will do. But the point is how does this affect you in housing? It's going to continue to affect you because inflation is still high no matter what. No matter if we're going down or not, it's still above that 2%, and you're going to see it in your paycheck, at the grocery store, at the gas pump, in your mortgage payments. You're going to see all of that, especially if you're trying to purchase right now. My point is that you don't need to focus so much on the interest rate. We need to focus on pricing. We need to focus on how much those purchase prices are. We're not focused on interest rate. Remember, interest rate can be refinanced, but the purchase price cannot. You cannot go back in time and renegotiate your purchase price, guys. So as always, you won't get all of your information from this one video. Please look at this video here. It will help you understand what's going on in this housing market, financial news, get it into your first rental property. All of the information is right there. And I promise you this, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.